The new Dragon Ball Super manga chapter has me feeling two separate ways. One is, okay, finally getting into Dragon Ball Super Superhero, and the other is, what the hell is Toyotaro thinking? What did Toriyama do? Trying to make Dragon Ball into Mushoku Tensei? So let me jump into the good and the bad of the recent Dragon Ball Super manga and what I expect for the future of the next arc. But before I begin, let me know in the comment section below what you guys thought of the newest Dragon Ball Super manga chapter, its pros, its cons, and what do you think of this situation? We begin this chapter with Krillin doing his job, and I think that Krillin being a cop is by far one of the coolest new additions to Dragon Ball Super. He's not just a bum living on Master Roshi's couch. No, he is a hard-working man, and he is down trying to bust some zombies from working at a convenience store. And I am telling you, this chapter starts out strong. We get awesome clip of Goten on Nimbus playing Nintendo Switch, heading to his bus stop because he doesn't live anywhere near the bus, even lying to his friends that he lives nearby. It just gave me such Gohan vibes in the Great Saiyaman arc, where he's also kind of doing the exact same thing. And just like Gohan's classmate Arasa, Goten has a blonde friend as well, but this one is more interested in Trunks. The dynamic that Goten is just a year difference from Trunks makes a huge difference in the context of school. They're not in any of the same classes. Goten hanging out with Trunks or knowing him from very long ago is a benefit to his popularity. Plus, I gotta say it, he's literally hanging out in Spider-Verse. This is obviously Miles Morales and Gwen. It's quite obvious this is what Toyo took the inspiration for these two characters, and I'm absolutely in love with it. I'm also in love with it with how ride to die they are. Now, granted, Goten ain't hooking up his girl with Trunks, or at least not even trying to, because he knows Trunks is in it for Mai, which is a completely separate issue altogether. But the fact that his two new best friends are so cool with Goten that they will cover for him to face off against all these different androids, and at the same time be willfully ignorant as to who this new Great Saiyaman is, knowing full well and good that it is Goten. This is the highlight of the chapter. I honestly would have rather had seen a Goten focused story as opposed to Trunks. Thank you Tokyo Treat and Sakurako for sponsoring this video. My boxes finally came, and as you can see, I'm not the only one excited. My cat Naruto loves watching me open these boxes because Naruto wants to experience Japan from the comfort of his own home. Tokyo Treat is a monthly pop Japanese snack subscription box that gives you up to 20 of the latest, most exclusive limited edition seasonal flavored Japanese snacks. This month's theme is My Snackin' Valentine. Experience a true Valentine's Day in Japan with heartwarming sweets and treats like the Kit Kat Lucky Daifuku and Supamachu Sour Plum Chips, which I gotta be honest, the Supamachu Sour Plum Chips were my favorite thing in both boxes. But I'm telling you, the Pakila Chocolate Wafers came in next. But that really isn't all. Sakurako is a monthly authentic Japanese snack subscription for its local Japanese snack makers, each box containing 20 traditional authentic artisan Japanese snacks, teas, and a special tableware. This month's theme is Valentine's Bliss. We are partnering with the Osaka Prefecture government to introduce you to the Osaka easy to love treats and tea in a special design box, with the special kitchenware being the Kinchendori soup bowl that is just the perfect portion for any soup need. Each box comes with a booklet that tells you not only the history behind these snacks, but also the description, ingredients, and allergens list. All the information so you can dive deep into the Japanese culture behind each box. If you have a special someone, this is the perfect Valentine's Day gift for your loved one. And don't forget to use my code BlackScape to get $5 off your first box. These boxes are the perfect way to experience Japan for yourself. Now, it makes sense that Mai's old ass is the only one that's aware of Dr. Hito and his plan and all the androids that are around them and everything that's surveilling them and actually coming up with a plan, because you know what? She was basically in Dr. Hito's shoes back in Dragon Ball. Her old ass was tracking down Goku, coming up with plans, basically Team Rocketing it. So she is perfect at knowing what to do next, and taking charge. And substituting Clean God in here for, say, MCU is really slick. I like the way that Toyo kind trying to put a really popular hero as the draw for all the characters in the story. Now the day of the dance comes, and what is this? Why is she upset she's out with Goten? My boy Goten over here looking like SpongeBob when he's trying to look his best. This is a brand new face that Toyo's been drawing recently, and I don't really know how I feel about it. It makes everyone look like a frog. Mai and Trunks absolutely stunning. They coming in fresh. Mai's got that battle armor. It all is extremely new, brand new topics and situations that we really haven't seen in Dragon Ball. Dr. Hito basically nerding out with Trunks. It all fits extremely well, and it makes sense because Dr. Hito is a huge superhero fan similar to Trunks and Goten, and it's a smooth transition into the events of Dragon Ball Super Superhero. Krillin shows up with the police trying to bust Dr. Hito, but he smoke screens his ass out of there, leaving with one of his, I'm assuming, favorite androids, at least his lieutenant, driving the car back to their lair, but at least this time they have disc. It has been stolen back. Now Mai has known the entire time that Trunks is Saiyaman X1, which gives this scene a new meaning. Also, it is confirmed that she was looking like this because Trunks was in the Saiyaman suit. It reminded her of future Trunks when she was a little girl, or when she was a 60-year-old or 40-year-old, whatever it was, in a child's body. This is where everything goes off the rails. She blurts out that Trunks is the only Trunks in her world, which isn't just something to say. Remember, she had a crush on the future Trunks, so now she's focusing mainly on this one. She says this one is the only one that she cares about. Trunks then says, like, one of the craziest things I ever seen anyone say in a Dragon Ball manga. He basically says if he catches Dr. Hito, if he runs off into the superhero world, will Mai actually go on a date with him? Which she obviously responds, no Trunks, I am 60 years old in a teenage body. I am way too old for you. What the hell do you think this is, Mushoku Tensei? And she was real mature about it and says, you need to do your duty. You're not just being a hero for girls. You're doing this superhero thing to save lives, save people, and be the best hero you can be, going plus ultra, doing your father and obviously Goku proud. No. She says, fine, take care of Hito and we can go on as many dates as you want. Just hurry. So she... okay, sorry. So she sells herself out for Trunks to save the day. Mind you, they're both teenagers at this point. Like, this lady legitimately is at least older than 50. She has been around for quite a bit. She still may be in a childlike body or in a teenage body, but her mind, her spirit is that of an older woman, similar to Pilaf. So this love story for me is a complete no-no. I don't want it to happen. Please don't make it happen. Don't do this to Trunks. And I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, well, they did this with the future Trunks. Yeah, but we didn't get to see what had happened then. For all we know, this could have been a completely different timeline where Mai was just born much later and now she's just a young adult. This whole thing does not work, absolutely not one bit, and hopefully this is the last we're seeing of it. Goten, Trunks, and Krillin are chasing down Dr. Hito, and this chick right here, that's definitely her mom. Absolutely. Looks exactly the same. What is it with the new sequel animes making it all about dinosaurs? I mean, Boruto just did it, and now we got Dragon Ball doing it as well. We get Franken Dino here, and he is really, really strong. Probably a little bit too strong, but whatever. He has the strength of a robotic or android-like zombie dinosaur, and he looks really neat, looks really cool. Easily defeated, completely torn apart to shreds. He is out of here. He is gone. And here is the twist of the entire arc. The disc was never in the disc player. It was actually a signed autograph to Dr. Hito from the Clean God. That's it. That's what they stole. They didn't steal no disc. All the information for Cell was in his brain. Now, this makes a lot of sense because I honestly think that having Dr. Hito be obsessed with Cell is a complete workaround or walkback from him in Dragon Ball Super Superhero, where he originally didn't give a shit about that. So I like that we're keeping it consistent. I like that we are having him care more about nerdy shit and pop culture. I like that we're letting him just be the similar Dr. Hito that we had in the movie because he was really cool in the movie. And I particularly like this scene. This is actually really adorable. This is cute. I like the ending of this. And we end this entire thing with essentially this scene from Superhero. So the next arc next month, I believe, is going to be a superhero arc. And really, there isn't much that has changed besides Goten and Trunks' trajectory into superhero life. That's all that's really changed. Dr. Hito with the zombies and going to jail still is the same. He hasn't changed as a villain. He's still the same guy. We even get a name drop of the Red Ribbon Army, and next arc is going to be focused more on Piccolo and Gohan. So I do have one prediction as to what the future of the next arc is going to be, how it's going to be different. Now, you can see this giant dinosaur here, this monstrosity. This can be kind of foreshadowing that he will make another monster, essentially in the form of Cell Max. And so we're going to get Cell Max again. But I think, and this is me being extremely overconfident in this and trying to see things on the bright side here, but I think that there's no Cell Max. I think that this monster shows us that he is going to be like, oh, this guy barely has a brain, he's just all strength, so I can't make another monster like this. I need to make my next monster stronger. There is a recurring theme in this where he wants to focus more on smart androids, not the dumb ones, not the brute force ones. So he wouldn't make a monster like Cell Max again. He wants one that is smart on his own. So I think this all foreshadows that the next villain that he creates for the Red Ribbon Army is not going to be Cell Max, but it's going to be more of a perfect Cell, something that is far more intimidating. I can't wait to see if I'm right, because I want to be right. But let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of this chapter.
Subscribe for more content. Or perish.